to another edition of First Take. Zach over here, Kendall here to my left. I know it sounds like we're repeating this over and over again, but remember to keep practicing those social distancing, keep wearing the mask. I don't know if you guys can see, but I got a Kobe mask going right now because you know how I am about Kobe. But make sure you wear your mask, everything like that. Wash your hands for 20 seconds, all that good stuff. We have a pretty good episode today. We're obviously going to talk a little bit more about 2K, the simulations, our Last Dance final thoughts. We have a lot of them apparently.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk a little bit about the NBA possibly reopening and details on that because it seemed a little bit kind of coded the way they said it. So we'll definitely break that down as well. But let's go ahead and get the first question. Jeffrey, why don't you lay it on us, man?
Alrighty, another 2K simulation for the Eastern Finals. As you can see the results on the board, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would have picked those teams to win. Still think the Lakers would have swept, but that's just me. It's me being biased a little bit. Kendall has a different, maybe not a sweep, but 4-1 sounds about right to me.
Listen,
I don't know.
Listen, 4-1 in the East, or was it 4-2 in the East for the Bucks over the Celtics? Out of control. All right, let's back it up. Let's back it up. The Celtics were a team on the rise at the right time. It's one of those things. You get everybody clicking, everybody's momentum, all moving in the right direction. The Celtics were there. They finally realized that Jason Tatum was their star player, and they were showcasing him as such. Starting on February 1st, after right around the All-Star break, and coming after the game, my man was averaging 29.2 points a game. All right, that was good for top 5 in the league. And you're talking about guys, James Harden, Giannis, who he would have been playing. I mean, he was looking pretty unstoppable. He had a run there of, I think, 5 or 6 straight 30-point games with a couple of 40s in there. Sure. He was just showing his true potential. And I mean, to say that they would have only won 1 game in the series, they won a game in the regular season. They were 1-1 with 2 games remaining against the Bucks. Yeah. And for me, the way I look at it, in neither of those games did the Celtics have Jaylen Brown. So for me, that's another dynamic athlete that you can throw at Giannis. When we know he can't shoot, they're going to have to make him go into the paint. In the 2 games that they had played against the Bucks this season, Giannis was shooting 53% from the line. I will take that any day of the week. Over a 7-game series when you have people like Tice, Brown, Tatum, Smart could have played with Giannis just because he's a dynamic defender. When you have so many bodies that you can throw at one person and his primary offense is to get to the hoop, I have a hard time believing that the Celtics team of this season would have only won 1 game, if not won the total series against the Bucks. And another thing, you got Giannis at this point in the series, or at this point in the season, when all of this was going down, Giannis was coming off a knee sprain that people are forgetting about. He sprained his knee in a game against the Lakers. Yeah. And in the 2 games following that knee sprain, they lost to the Nuggets, and not only the Nuggets, but the Phoenix Suns. And we all know who they are. So, I mean, again, without Giannis, the Bucks are nothing. And even with a 50% Giannis, they might be a little better. But a knee sprain isn't something that you're just going to come back from and be okay. So for me, it's one of those things where maybe I'm being a little bit of a homer, but I just feel like the young talent being led by Kemba Walker on that Boston Celtics team would have beaten the Bucks soundly.
No, I might agree with you honestly, just because I'm looking at the rosters right now, and obviously the Bucks have Giannis, and then Chris Middleton's obviously an all-star, right? But when you really look past that, there's not a lot of guys that really will step up for you. I mean, Wesley Matthews could have a good game every now and then, but if you make him a focal point, then he's not going to have, continue.
Eric Bledsoe already showed to me last year.
He can't shoot.
That not only can he not shoot, he can't handle the pressure. Terry Rozier became famous because of Eric Bledsoe.
That's true.
Like, understand, Terry Rozier was at a shoot deal.
Became Scary
Terry was born. Like, all of that happened because of Eric Bledsoe. Disrespected him, called him Drew, who's that, all that stuff. It's like, if that's one of the guys you're going to lean on in the postseason, I'm sorry. You mentioned the rosters.
I'm looking at the,
You look at the Celtics roster, they could
Yeah, you mentioned Kemba.
That's what I mean. And that's the thing. They were led by him. And it's just one of those things where everybody was going to come in healthy, and they had already meshed together. While all these other teams who had the pieces, the Clippers and things like that, they hadn't really played full strength all season. The Celtics started playing full season probably around end of November, December when Jalen
We
Brown
didn't talk
came
about
back.
Gordon Hayward either. Another good piece that you can have
Yeah.
in the
So,
lineup.
please.
I can agree with you there. I think this series would go to 7.
Slander. 7? It should have been 4-1 Celtics.
Oh, stop.
Get him out of here.
Stop.
Get him out of
The
here.
Bucks wouldn't allow that.
Get him outta here.
Giannis wouldn't allow
Giannis.
that. He dropped
Giannis.
60.
Get a jump shot.
Allowed to get 4-1.
I'm not trying to hear it.
Tell you what though, I like my boy Kawhi, I like my boy Paul George, but that's kind of the same situation here. When you're talking about overall team rosters, I just don't think when you get past Kawhi and Paul George, sure you got Pat Bev, who pound for pound is one of the best defenders, but that's the problem, pound for pound.
Yeah,
He's little.
he's little.
Hard to defend when you're little, especially with the roster that the Lakers have, okay? And if you go down the rest of the line, I just don't see the manpower that's going to match up with the Lakers because they have a lot of great pieces that may be on the a little bit longer in the tooth nowadays in their primes. But Rondo is still a championship kind of player. You know, you got Danny Green is also a championship type player. I think that sounds about right as far as that goes because the Clippers, I mean, yeah, they had that first game of the season where they played the Lakers and stomped them out. Granted, yes, Lakers were kind of whatever. We were all kind of out of, but the next game though they played with a full lineup, Paul George was back by then. Lakers stomped them, okay? And that's why I think it will continue that way, because AD, like, who's going to really guard AD on that team? You know, and then the playoff LeBron who wants to make a noise and talk about Kawhi being the best player, he wants to get that revenge.
If we want to talk about playoff LeBron, we'll say LeBron is Superman, Kawhi is his kryptonite. Can prove it time and time again. For whatever reason, when Kawhi is on the court against LeBron, LeBron shies away. I'm not sure why. I don't quite understand it. He wants to be the best player in the world, but
Kawhi's the best two-way
I mean,
I'll give it to him. He's the best
Kawhi's second year in the league, third year in the league when he won his first championship with the Spurs, and nobody really knew who he was. No offensive game to speak of. It's just a stopper, and he came down and shut LeBron down in that finals, and kind of made his name for himself. And from that point forward, just grew. And I just think it's easy to say, look at the past for these two teams and say, oh, well, they didn't have this person, they didn't have that person, that's why they got stomped out. The Clippers were making moves. Everything the Lakers thought that they were going to do, the Clippers were doing on the outside. So it's like, oh, the Lakers need one more piece. They need a shooter. They need this. They need that. The Clippers, oh, we need another point guard to help Pat Bev. Let's go get Reggie Jackson because what Pat Bev doesn't do is score too much. So you pick up a backup point guard that's going to come in and get you 10, 12, 15 points a game. And it's just one of those things that the Lakers didn't have. It's great that you have Rondo, championship experience, but he's not going to provide you with much other than finding the open guy on offense. Possibly a little bit of defense this season. Like, again, long tooth. He's at the end of his career. I'm not thinking he's going to lock up the elite point guards like he used to back in the day. So it's just
That's what you don't need him for, though. You need him for offense.
Exactly.
You need another ball handler.
So for me, I know everybody talks about how when you get to the NBA playoffs, possessions shorten, everything kind of slows down a little bit. It's more of a half-court game. And I do agree the Lakers probably would be better off there. I just think they run out of options. I think when you're so heavily reliant on LeBron and AD to be your focal points and your scorers, and you have to hope that one of those other guys is going to be your third, when on the other side, the Clippers just have options. You had Montrezl Harrell, who was having a big year, possible sixth man. You have the greatest sixth man of all time, Lou Williams, who is never not going to get a bucket. If the Clippers ever needed to score, they could completely rely on a guy who doesn't even start for them. So it's just one of those things where I feel like the depth of the Clippers would have showed out a little more than the 4-1 that 2K has provided us. Again, possibly to the point where I think they could have not only pushed to 7 games, but won the series.
Tough there. I don't know, man. When you're looking at how the Lakers have played so far this year, I mean, they're like the top team in defense right now. Defense wins championships. I mean, you know, there is a lot of good defenders on the Clippers team, but when you're talking about from a team standpoint, they struggle from defense at times. You know, they don't really click on all cylinders. Obviously, they made some nice moves, which I'm mad at because the Lakers should have made some awesome moves themselves. Still kicking myself, well, not myself, but I'm still mad because, you know, the Lakers had a slight opportunity to pick up Derrick Rose, and that would have been nasty if they did that because Derrick Rose would have been perfect off the bench point. Like, you're talking about options. He would have been a great scoring option off the bench. But that didn't work, unfortunately, because the Pistons are just greedy somehow. I don't know why they're keeping Derrick Rose if they're not even a championship team, but that's another story. But nonetheless, I think when you look at, Danny Green, Avery Bradley, you got Dwight Howard who's having a resurgent year, and he's a great defender and rebounder. And they got one of the Morris brothers, which is a good pickup as well. So I don't know, man. It might have been a 7-game series, but I think the Lakers would have edged it out because Braun would have showed up a little bit, AD would have showed
I
up.
completely forgot about the Morris pickup for the Clippers.
They got him, yeah.
That's what I mean. Their pickups put them in a great position.
Lakers picked up the other one though, right?
No.
No. Oh, it was just the Clippers. We didn't end up. Yeah.
Oh, Sheldon. I see you speaking in here again with Westbrook being the GOAT.
Can he stop?
Well,
can you stop, please? Stop.
If for those of you who watch like actual First Take on ESPN, right now they're in the midst of doing their top 10 primetime players of today. So once that list finishes out, we'll come back with our rival list, see if we agree, disagree.
Today's top 10?
And so far they've gotten to 7. I think it's Jokic, Lillard, Luka, and 7 today was Anthony Davis.
At 7?
At 7.
Disrespectful.
So with that being said, my guess is your boy Westbrook isn't going to be in this top 10. So we'll see what happens. And if he's not,
if he is, I'll be very upset he's ahead of Anthony Davis
Yes.
because, just go look at his stats back in New Orleans. This dude was getting 44-17, like 8 assists, 2 blocks, almost 3 blocks a game. This dude had a game where he had 40 and 20 in 3 quarters this year for the Lakers.
so
And he's 7. Okay.
if Russ falls out of that top 10, we're gonna need you on this show, Sheldon, to kind
Defend
of
his honor.
to fight for your boy's case because it's not looking too good.
No, but seriously though, the NBA fan in me would love both of these series to go to 7 because who wouldn't want to see the Celtics and Bucks go at it for 7 games? Who wouldn't want to see the Lakers and Clippers in LA go at it for their, right to be king of LA? That'd be really cool to watch, Granted, the Heat probably should be in this Eastern Conference Finals right now, but you know how I am about that. But that's my dark horse. I'm telling you, man. If this season starts back up, that is mark my words. Watch out for the Heat. They're that dark horse. They're that team that can sneak up out anywhere. I know I said it last week and the week before, but don't sleep on them. That's all I'm saying. Don't be like, easy win. No. They fight all 48 minutes. But anyways, you might be right. They might both have been 7-game series, but
Again, the fan in me hopes so as well. The more basketball, the better, honestly.
okay. And then the Lakers Celtics would have been nice to see in the finals because I would go to one of those games, no question. I don't care if it's $1,000.
It's one of those old school rivalries that no matter when it comes back.
We need it back.
When it came back between 2008 to 2010, it was
Beautiful.
great for the game,
Yes.
great for the legacies,
Yep.
and it would be good to see it now.